Welcome to the second part of my review of the Nexware Complete series. I'll show you how to properly season your pans before using them. I'll show you how to fry eggs or even cook fried rice without it sticking to your pan or wok. I'll show you how to properly cook tocino without it burning. I'll show you the performance of Nexware on steak and potatoes with a very nice mushroom sauce. That's all in today's video. As you can see, cooked to a nice medium well temperature. I'll also show you a few tips and tricks to prevent tofu or even fried chicken from sticking when you deep fry them. I'll also show you that you can use the Nexware griddle pan, this flat pan, for samgyeopsal. And you can also actually make pizza using the Nexware griddle pan since it's oven safe up to 260 degrees Celsius. So that's all in today's video. Make sure to stay until the very end. I hope you enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. First thing you need to do is to clean your brand new Nexware pans using a non-abrasive foam such as this one. Use mild detergent and warm water when cleaning your pans. So this one will help, the seasoning stick. Use vegetable oil or canola oil. Turn on your heat to medium heat. I prefer using a gas stove for this one. Just swirl it around and use tissue to wipe that oil all around and almost absorb that oil into the cooking surface. This is to help the non-stick performance, elevate just a little bit before cooking. We start with our egg test. Of course, you need to use a little bit of oil all the time since this has the performance of stainless steel with the ease of use of non-stick. So you always need to use just a tiny amount of oil to prevent anything from sticking. After that, you can go in with your spatula. I'm using a silicone spatula. Once you see bubbles, that's when the egg is releasing from the pan. And you can start swirling the pan and nothing sticks to it. Just make sure to just wait for your food to properly form a crust at the bottom. As you can see, very nice brown crust, even heating all throughout. That's when you flip, right, so that you prevent anything from sticking. We move on to our fried rice test. We are currently using the 32cm wok from Nexware. Just make sure to use medium heat all throughout. You don't need to use high heat. The tri-ply construction means there is a bottom layer of stainless steel, a medium layer with aluminum, which is a fast conductor of heat, and topped off with stainless steel as well as that ceramic coating. Adding in the ingredients, the one I just added was garlic paste, so that's homemade garlic confit paste. After cooking all of the ingredients, we add in our egg. So you have to cook in layers to prevent anything from overcooking or the carrots being too soft. And we add our eggs. As you can see, nothing stuck to the pan. Just make sure to keep swirling around. Use your metal spoon. It's scratch resistant, so don't worry about that. That was paprika, MSG, and black pepper. We add our ingredients, our green peas, our spring onions, a bit of soy sauce to the side, and we toss this around, and that is our fried rice. So as you can see, it was a very easy process. Nothing stuck to the pan. That's a very important part. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy this video so far. We move on to our pizza test using the Nexware griddle pan, which is sold separately from the Nexware Complete series. Both are linked down below. Be sure to brush some oil. I used olive oil in this case before adding in your dough so that it doesn't stick. You can add your sauce. And I'm brushing it with garlic confit to the very crust of the pizza, adding cheese, and guess the leaf I used here. Comment down below. So now we are adding it to our oven. So the oven is currently preheated at the maximum 260 degrees Celsius. That's also the same temperature allowed for these pans. Just make sure to don't exceed that temperature. As you can see, we have a nice pizza crust forming. This is after 10 minutes of cooking and baking. As you can see, we have a very nice brown crust. And below, trust me, it's brown and very nice at the very bottom. We move on to our steak performance test. So of course, you need to use oil all the time when you cook using the pans. Make sure that the oil is glistening before adding in your steak. It's very important to hear that sizzle. That's a good indicator that you were doing the right thing when you were searing steaks. We are ready to flip once you form a nice golden brown crust, as you can see right here. The middle portion, not so golden brown, but you can just push it down to make sure that your steak has good even contact throughout the entire pan. We are adding in a half garlic as well as butter. We are basting our steaks now. This is to incorporate that nice butter flavor. And we will cook our steaks to, almost a medium well temperature, so that 60 degrees Celsius. Just take the steak out of the pan. I overcooked it just a tiny bit, but that's going to be fine later when we cut it open. Now, using that same pan with the same oil, no need to wash it or anything, we are adding in our potatoes. These will crisp up nicely since it's coated in cornstarch. And as you can see, nothing sticks to the pan at all. We are moving on to our mushrooms. So both shiitake mushrooms and button mushrooms, as well as our garlic from earlier, we are adding in some cream, and that's our very simple black pepper mushroom sauce. Taking a look at how the steak is cooked, it's a bit overcooked, so it's medium well, but that's a very nice steak. Very good performance from Nexware for a weeknight dinner. Moving on to tip number 1, if you want to cook something with lots of moisture such as tofu, be sure to coat it with a bit of cornstarch before frying. We are currently using an induction cooker since that's a possibility. Tip number 2, preheat your oil. Be sure that it's bubbling and it's very hot before you add in your food. Swirl everything around right away so that the tofu doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. This is the 32cm wok again. We are using an induction cooker. Don't overcrowd your pan, but that's not a problem here. As you can see, every single piece of tofu is nice and golden brown. So we are just waiting for everything to cook up nicely. As you can see, very nice golden brown color all throughout. Now we add in some soy garlic sauce for our appetizer. Crispy and sticky soy garlic tofu with sesame seeds. And as you can see right here, even though the sauce has sugar in it, nothing sticks and nothing burns. So good job, Nexware. Huge thumbs up. Now let's fry some chicken wings by preheating our oil until it bubbles. Now we add our chicken wings, a few batches at a time to prevent overcrowding. As we can see, we have a very nice golden brown crust all throughout the chicken. That's very important. Be sure that the internal temperature of your chicken reads 74 to 76 degrees Celsius. That's when you know your chicken is properly cooked all throughout. A good rule of thumb is to cook these dark meats such as the wings and drumettes for at least 10 minutes on medium to high heat, and be sure to remove all of those burning bits at the bottom. Now we move on to how to properly cook tocino. So be sure to boil tocino. This is a very, very important technique to remove any byproduct from the preservation process. So be sure to boil your tocino and wait for that water to evaporate. Very, very important step in the process. Now we are almost in dangerous territory. The tocino might burn in this instance, but just be sure to use low heat all throughout the cooking process. Prevent burning and scorching, as you can see, and nothing sticks again to the Nexware pan. We didn't add any oil whatsoever to this tocino, and it will remain tender and juicy. Now we move on to our Nexware griddle pan. We are currently using an induction cooker yet again for the samgyeopsal process. Unfortunately, take a look. Things cook in the middle a bit faster than the sides. So 2 things you need to learn from this. Number 1, use a higher quality induction cooker, or number 2, just use a nice butane tank gas stove instead of an induction cooker. But overall, very good performance from the griddle pan to be used as a samgyeopsal pan. Just be sure to use a lower temperature, low to medium if you're using an induction cooker, since the pan has good heat retention. We move on to the cleaning process of these pans. Be sure to use the abrasive side of your sponge. The pan can definitely handle this task since it has a honeycomb protective layer made of stainless steel to prevent anything from scratching. Just be sure to be careful with that non-stick layer. Try not to use a steel wool when you're cleaning the pans. You can also boil water on top of your pan to remove all of those crusted bits and burnt bits at the bottom. But we are just using dish soap right now in the abrasive side of the sponge. As you can see, the cleaning process is quite easy, but you just have to scrub nicely. An easier process would be to boil water, but as you can see right here, no problem with the dish soap and scrubbing method. How about the back portion of your pans? Don't worry, I have a video for that to remove that stain at the very bottom, but that's a separate video. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be uploading that video very, very soon. Just stay tuned for that. Now we move on. So this is the aftermath of cooking the steaks and the mushroom sauce, as you can see. Just a quick rinsing or a quick wipe using a towel. As you can see, it removes most of the stain since nothing sticks to the pan. Overall, the non-stick performance and the quality of these pans are very, very good. Let's see how these pans hold up in 6 months or in 1 year. Be sure to comment and subscribe if you're interested in that content. I hope this video was able to help your purchase decisions for the Nexware Complete series. The links for all of these pans are down below. You can buy everything sold separately or you can buy it in one set. I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down below if you're interested in an update in 6 months or in 1 year. Thank you for watching.